to another episode of J&J Toy Giants Unboxing. I'm your host, JD. Today, we're going to be going over some figures that I picked up a few weeks ago, but I didn't actually unbox them until just now. Was saving it for the right moment, so let's get to it. Alright, so I mentioned in a previous video for that special thank you video to the Chick Foley Show. Shout out to the Chick Foley Show again. That I had, you can probably see him over here. I have the Kofi Kingston and Big E Basic. So it would only be fair that I complete that series with none other than your boy Xavier Woods. So now with this particular figure that I'm adding to my collection, we now have the New Day.
You know who does have some gold though? Who? You!
Alright, so on the back, you can already tell that I went over on a previous video that I have Woken Matt Hardy. Now I have Xavier Woods. I already have Big E and Kofi Kingston. I only need Randy Orton to complete this Series 94 Basic. So let's let this bad boy breathe, brother. Alright. I've mentioned it once before that I really enjoyed these particular boxes that they have for the WWE Basics because they're really easy to open. The Elites, because they have, like, you know, accessories that they may come with, they're a little, you know, a little harder to open. Alright, so now you can see that they pretty much have the up, down attire. This one almost kind of like a Mexican flag-ish, and you can see he has those little points at the end of his boots, so it's good. The deco is pretty good. His face is pretty good skin. And shout out, even though he's probably not even watching these videos, but shout out to Xavier Woods. Hope you recuperate. He did recently, not too long ago, suffer an Achilles injury, which put him out of action for quite some time. He's missed a few months already, but keep your head up, Xavier Woods. You're gonna come back big and strong. And so, as I said, you know, I am the basic king. As you can see, I don't really have that many elites. I am working on that, but this figure is pretty cool. He doesn't really have any tattoos or anything like that. This is during the time where he didn't have his hair really crazy. He had some pretty cool, interesting hairstyles when he did the whole Xavier Woods New Day character before he was just Xavier Woods. But I really like this. The deco and the attire is pretty accurate. So you can see a lot of articulation on these as well. So that's pretty cool. Sometimes this happens on the back where, like, if it's in packaging for a little bit too long, the actual packaging might stick to the figure a little bit, but that's okay. A little WD-40 a little bit, we'll get that right off. Or even vegetable oil, we'll get that off too. So it's a little hack that you can do. But yeah, I'm ready. The only thing that I would have loved, but it normally would be on an Elite because it comes with accessory, if he had the trombone. Because if you watch wrestling, he actually, you know, carries a trombone. That's pretty much his thing now, because he does play the trombone. Also, not too many people know that he has a PhD, and he was getting his PhD while he was on the road wrestling, which is pretty cool, pretty inspiring, if I say. But yeah, so you can see the Woods on here. Of course, it usually has the up, down, like your little logo here. I think that's a unicorn that he has. They have a big thing with unicorns, so. Alright, that's pretty good. So that does it for this particular figure. Let's get to the next one. Alright, so the last figure that I'm going to be showing you today is a Network Spotlight Kurt Angle. No, not that Kurt Angle.
Competitor Kurt Angle is serenaded by the
Milkomania Kurt Angle that I have in the back here, that I recently unboxed not too long ago. But the WWE released a Elite series called Network Spotlight for promoting the WWE Network, and you can see in this series there's Wendy Richter, former women's champion, Kurt Angle, Woken Matt Hardy, which I already have that, but I get the basic, and Ricochet. And so this line, I believe, as of New York Tour Fair, they've decided to kind of do away with this particular series. I think they had a Diesel, and on another series, Diesel, and the other ones escaped me. I know Diesel was the other one that I had on the Network Spotlight. But I was able to get this at Target, and the other figure for Xavier Wood, I got Five Below. Please, I cannot stress this enough, people. Five Below, do not sleep on Five Below. They got figures for days. I know that they have this series for sure there. And so you can see with the WWE Elite, they have removable hands. All right, and this is the last attire that he was using when he was wrestling again after he was Raw General Manager, or he was assuming his Raw General Manager duties while he was still wrestling. Sadly, he had now retired. Thank God. No, I'm just kidding. But he decided, just with all his injuries and with his age, he can't really wrestle anymore. So let's let this bad boy breathe. Right. So we have him out of the bag. So really, it's pretty much a night and day that you can see the difference between a basic and an elite. A lot more articulations, usually around the elbow, more so, and of course the torso. So they actually can bend over. With this, not so much, only around the legs. So specifically with Kurt Angle, comes with his gold medal. He is an Olympic gold medalist. This is actually not the actual medal that he won in the 1996 Olympics, but this is pretty much one that he had portraying his gold medal. He's actually worn his 1996 gold medal a couple of times to the ring, and there was during the Ruthless Aggression era. Take a shot. He was doing its open challenge, and this is if you watch the WWE Network series Ruthless Aggression, which is a documentary series about during that time frame when the infamous gold medal challenge where he got John Cena came out before he was John Cena, and challenged him, and it was almost beat Kurt Angle. But as you can see, the deco's pretty good, and I love these little wrestling boots that he would wear. This is pretty much Olympic style NCAA type wrestling boots, or any wrestling boots that you would wear for amateur style wrestling. And it also came with his little shirt that says "You suck, thank you," because it was during his retirement tour. So I'm gonna put that bad boy on him. Alright, so all I'll do is I'll take his gold medal off first, then put on his shirt. There we go. Alright, so I went ahead and I took his medal off and was able to put the shirt on. So pretty good. And he has this index finger pointed up this way, because the way he would go in his entrance, and he would go like that whenever his pyro come up. It's kind of like this. Alright, so yeah, so pretty much it's pretty straightforward. He doesn't really have that much, to go on, but it's a pretty basic elite. It's which is kind of like a dichotomy of sorts, if the way I worded that. Basic is supposed to be real basic, and elite it's supposed to be more. But he came with some more hands that I can take off. And so pretty much the head sculpt is great. Just so you know, you can see that. Head sculpt is great. And I like it. I like it a lot. My wife actually picked this up for me. She sent me a picture, and I had to make a choice, either Woken Matt Hardy or Kurt Angle, and I actually have them both, because I have the Milkomania and I have the Woken Matt Hardy. I actually, figured, I was like, well, I'll just get this one because this is probably going to be more rare to get because now that he's retired. Woken Matt Hardy just left the WWE as of this last week, so his figures are actually going to be pretty hard to get pretty soon. But I'm going to display him like this with the you suck, you know, bam, bam, you suck, bam, bam. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And that does it for this edition of JJ Toy Giants Unboxing. Again, be sure to check us out on Patreon if you want to donate to the channel so that we can put more content out for you guys. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and also on Facebook. You can find us there if you want to give us a shout out or ask a question for Jaden. And we're actually going to be recording a new Pick a Card tonight because we have to do it before he goes out with a dinner date with Mommy. He's going to be watching the Mary Poppins show at a local middle school here in our area in upstate New York. But keep on cruising, hashtag keep on cruising, and see you later. Bye. Catch you later.